This is Super Yacht News with E. Sisman.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we've had a few days off to recuperate from our manic trip to Monaco and the GP, but we're back and we're going to go into another grounding, unbelievably. It seems to be all the rage these days. This is a 23-ish meter or 75-foot luxury yacht, ran aground in Valencia in Spain just last week. The yacht, which sails under a UK red ensign, landed on a beach named Playa de Penedo, which is Pine Beach. The location of the grounded yacht, which is named motor yacht Nordic Lily, is literally meters from a marina in Valencia. As you can see, I'll put some AIS footage up here. You can see how close that beach is to that marina. Now, it's not certain of the events that led to the yacht being perched on the beach, but the Spanish authorities are keen to find out. The Ministry of Transport and Sustainable Mobility, that's the name of the ministry, through the Maritime Captaincy of Valencia, is investigating the cause of why the yacht ended up in this precarious situation. The charges could be filed if it transpires the captain grounded the yacht through negligence, they said in a statement. Now, the yacht grounded on the 3rd of June when the pleasure vessel was headed to the Nautical Yacht Club of Valencia, which is, like I said, just meters away from that beach if we go back to the AIS map. Now, an attempt to tow the yacht had to be abandoned the following day on the Tuesday after it developed a leak and they had water ingress. So the yacht has to wait now for temporary repairs to be made before she can be towed from that beach. Now, the yacht's become a bit of a visitor attraction at the beach, at Penedo Beach, which with sunbathers and onlookers taking photos and selfies next to this yacht. Now, today on the 6th of June, the yacht is still grounded on that beach according to the AIS maps, sitting there as beachgoers play in the water and she bobs up and down in front of them. Now, the captain of the yacht was airlifted from the vessel and taken to hospital in Valencia as he was ill, although we've not been able to find out exactly what the cause of that illness was. But this could be related to why the yacht ended up where it did. If he was sick before, he might have been incoherent or something. Now, there are 2 crew members who remain on board. The yacht has dropped at anchor, as you can see in the video footage here, and can be seen moving around. So it looks like she's not heavily grounded and will probably be able to be towed free once they fix that repair, of course. Not sure if the repair was caused in the grounding or when they attempted to tow the vessel from the beach. Now, the Nordic Lily was constructed by the Italian San Lorenzo company, although the boat is an entry-level model of the yacht division range and is around, like I said, 23 to 25 meters long and 6 meters wide. Now, interestingly, on one of the Spanish websites, we found this comment underneath the story, and it's from someone who calls himself Harto de Bobadas, fed up with nonsense. And he says, in Spanish, of course, he says, why didn't they take him to Gibraltar? So I'd like to address that here. I actually did respond to him on the website. I say, firstly, because the yacht is flying a British flag doesn't mean the captain is British. In fact, it doesn't even mean that the yacht is registered in the UK. To fly a red ensign, the yacht may be registered in a number of places other than the UK. So if we take a look at the Red Ensign website, you will see which countries are allowed to fly the Red Ensign. And the captain can be from pretty much anywhere. So when you see a red ensign flying, don't assume that the owner or the captain or anybody on board, for that matter, is British. Roman Abramovich's yachts fly a red ensign. Well, they fly the Bahamas flag, which is a defaced ensign, and he's not British. So yeah, don't assume that. And secondly, more importantly, if sick people who landed in a foreign country were only allowed to be transported to a country with the corresponding flag, then many people would die, wouldn't they? So, if you get sick, if you're from the US and you get sick in Canada and they say, well, we'll fly you home. I mean, that's not how it works, is it? Most countries treat sick people regardless of their nationality, and rightly so. Anyway, we'll move on to our next story. We'll bring you more on that one, of course, when we have it. Our next story is just yacht movements. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's super yacht fleet has left the Americas and headed to the Mediterranean. His yacht's launchpad and wingman were in Panama, as you'll probably remember, evading detection by switching off the AIS on numerous occasions. Ironically, Mr. Zuckerberg likes his privacy when he's made his money from invading other people's privacy, essentially. But anyway, Launchpad headed across the Atlantic, starting her trip on the 22nd of May from Panama, and with a support yacht close by, arriving in Gibraltar around the 4th of June. Most likely to refuel and, stock up on provisions and stuff like that. And then they headed to Palma de Mallorca, which is, a Spanish island. Then they're currently moored in Puerto de Palma Marina. So if you're nearby, please send in photos or videos of the yachts there. If you can make that happen, that would be great. Some other movements. After 2 months, Jeff Bezos' super sailing yacht Coru has departed the shipyard, which is near Marseille, La Ciotat shipyard. 127 metre or 416 foot sailing yacht was in dry dock there for unknown work, and she was out of the water for almost 10 weeks. A few weeks before the ship left the yard, the support vessel Abiona departed from Florida, where she'd been laid up, and sailed across the Atlantic. We thought they were going to meet up, but she actually went to Turkey, where she currently remains. You can see here that Coru is currently in Athens. Interestingly, a lot has changed since Saturday. Some of the vessels that I thought for sure would be here have left. Doesn't mean that they're not coming back, but I was surprised to see Faith leave, because I for sure thought that boat's here for either Michael Latifi, who owns it, or Lauren Stroll, who... All right, so we have loads of extra footage and behind the scenes footage on our Patreon page. So if you want to see that and support the channel, please check it out at patreon.com/esysman. Patrons also get advanced access to our features advert free and exclusive videos that are never uploaded to YouTube. So check it out at patreon.com/esysman. Now, if you've got any information about any of the stories in this video or any new stories, please be sure to get in touch. You can get us in the email address in the ticker. You can get us on the About page of the YouTube channel. You can get us on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger, on Twitter, and on Threema. I'll be sure to like this video, very important for the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell for future notifications. All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.